Hi guys, welcome back, and as per our discussion in the last collaboration diagram section, we will be drawing a new collaboration diagram based on our student, course and instructor. Maybe not everything I will include here, but what I will do is I will just give you a flavor that how a collaboration diagram should be drawn. Now to do that, let me first create some instance. Okay, now what are our instances? As we have learned in collaboration diagram, generally what we are doing is we will give the instance name. Say for example, instructor or teacher, whatever you say. Instructor is coming from instructor class, so that is the first instance I am creating. The second instance I also want to bring here is student. Okay, and I will just name it as student colon student class, right? It is coming from the student class. Now these two, say for example instructor and student, if they are using the same website for authorization, authentication or validating their username and password, they may be going through a particular website. So for time being, if I consider a website as by saying website, just imagine that this is a website and this is a separate instance which we will be accessing. How will you create the dependencies? Now there will be an association between this and this. Okay, so what will be the that association for? This will be trying to log on to the system. Okay, and while you are logging into the system, you may have to give UID, which is unique ID, and password that you need to write in the collaboration diagram. And then there can be another collaboration between the student and the website as well. So what you will do, again you create an association between these two, right? And then they will also log on to the system with an particular UI. Everybody who comes to the system has to log into the system using the UID and PWD. If not, they must have created that in the registration rhymes. For time being, you just imagine this is happening. Now what is the next thing you can do? You can say that the website, when you are logging, the UI may be made in Angular or React or whatever it is. Now it has to go through some security process. You understand that, right? So you just give an instance name which is again unnamed, but write a security as a specification, right? Now this website in turn, while you are requesting this, may go and have an association with the security page, which will basically return back. Now what will I write? It will be validating the UID and password. It will be validating this too, and once it is validated, it will come back to the website. Then what? But can the security do it directly? It cannot do. So you will need a database instance. So what I will write is a database instance in place. Say that database instance also unnamed. That's why with colon I am writing. If you forgot, you can just revisit the collaboration diagram again, and all the notation and the concept I am just reusing here. Now from the database, there will be another association happening between security and database. It will give, now a lot of diagrams, you can, a lot of context you can set here. I'm just giving, you are looking up the database to get the UID and password for validity, right? And then you return that here. But the database is also associated with security and returns back to the website. This is the first portion of the diagram where you are just requesting the website. The website is actually validating it. So basically, if you start from the instructor object, it's a role which you have designated, and that is sending the login, UID and password message to the website object. The website object sends the validate UID and password message to the security object. The security object sends the lookup UID and password to the database object. Now the security object sends what to the website object? It will send the actual menu, or it will get the value and pass that value to the security object. The security object then will send the logout message to the website object once it is done, right? So it can result in a fail value in case it is sending a logout, or it can fail, it can do a pass value. Depending upon that, this instructor or this student can log into the system. So remember, the website object is sending messages depending upon what has been requested to the website. This is just a very simple collaboration diagram just to show you how to start and where to start. In a sequence, you give sequence of steps. Here also you are giving sequence, but you are not giving, you are trying to understand what is there inside that particular component and how far you can drill down. Now a collaboration diagram can go up to many levels, but depending upon how farther you want to go, you can design collaboration diagram. I think that should be good enough for you to model a collaboration diagram. In UML 2 onwards, we are not doing collaboration diagrams, at least in solution architecture or enterprise architecture, because we are just representing it either by sequence diagram or the communication diagrams, and it's good enough with a class diagram these days. That's why we're not going into details of that, but this should be good enough to make you understand how the collaboration diagram works. Thank you guys, and see you in the next chapter.